let's bring out the trolls, because that's what's going to happen here. That's one of two things that are likely to happen here today. One, this video is probably not going to be viewed by many people. I get it. I understand it, but I'm still making it. You know why? It's my channel. I get to do what I want. So yeah, I'm just having fun for the record, but it is my channel and I do get to do what I want. So anyway, just saying here, but, so it's probably not likely to be watched by very many people, which is fine. It's fine. It's more of a public service announcement, as well as the second thing it's most likely to do, almost guarantee you it's going to do. It's going to bring out the trolls, because there's no shortage of trolls out there. If there's anything in the world that really deserves canceling in the world, it's you trolls out there. You guys out there who think you know everything, who pass judgments, 99.999% of them, I have no idea how many percent, but that's the percent I'm using today. That many people of them, that high of a percentage, okay, don't even bother to watch the video. They'll see the title, go straight to the comments. You know how I know that, trolls? Let me give you some advice out there, trolls. Here's the deal. Here is exactly what happens and how I know you're full of crap. I'll post a 15-minute video and I'll see comments within 2 minutes of the video being posted, casting judgment on the video. Now let's see here. You know, I ain't no rocket science here. I'm just a simple boy from Kentucky. But you know what? I've kind of made it through and I can add 2 plus 2. And yes, math does whatever, you know, it's good stuff. But I'm showing how stupid I am sometimes. But regardless, okay, most of them have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't even bother to watch the video. So to all you trolls out there, have yourself a great troll day, because I know no matter what I say, you trolls are going to keep on trolling on by because, well, you're trolls and it's your nature. So keep on doing that. So can we actually, hey, trolls, will you let me talk about the subject at hand today? Because this is a serious subject. No, it's not really. But it is going to give you some insight. It is going to give you some insight. Those who've been watching me for a long time, you know, for a long time, I said I'd never do any sponsorships. I'd never take any sponsorships, and I didn't. 2 years into this, I built this channel on not doing any of that. However, here's what I've come to understand. Here's just the harsh cold reality of it. And you guys can either take it for what it is, because it's the truth. It's what I've come to realize after doing this channel for 2 years. A lot of people out there want everything for nothing. They want you to do everything they want you to do, and they could care less the sacrifices you're making in doing so. I want to paint a picture for you. I want you to understand. I'm not asking for any bleeding hearts out here. I'm just telling you the real deal, and I'm kind of explaining the why, at least from this guy's point of view, and how my view evolved. I think to some degree I was very naive at some point about how all this needed to work. A lot of money goes into doing this. I need you to understand that. I'm talking into a $3,500 camera. I'm being filmed through a $1,500 lens. I'm talking to you through a $1,250 microphone. I'm looking at a $350 tripod. I'm looking at a $700 Zoom recorder. I'm looking at a $900 iPad that's displaying my image back to me. If you wonder why I look down sometimes, well, I'm looking at my beautiful face. No, seriously, I'm just making sure I'm in focus. But I'm looking at that, okay? I'm looking up above me. There, a $900 light. There, a $600 light. Back there, another $900 light. Back over there and in between everything, probably another $600, $700 for the various lights. That's what it is. Back over there, see that thing with the green lights back over there? I can't point it, but you get it. It's over in the back to you, your right-hand corner of the desk. That's a DMX controller. Now, those aren't expensive, but I got to have that to control all of this. All of this just so I can film you. So you've got that, okay? Where's my return on investment? Well, I'm looking over there, and I'm also looking at another tripod. That's $300. And I'm looking at another $2,500 camera. And I'm looking at another lens associated with that that's $2,300. And then I'm looking at various small rig contraptions, all kinds of USB charging stations, power strips, everything. All that's attached to all the tripods here, right? There's a lot goes into this. There's a lot that goes into it. Plus the video editing software, any video editing plugins you may use. Are you getting the picture, people? Are you understanding, right? So I'm going to make, so you're asking me, not you, some people are asking people like us to make that investment and not get anything back of it. And I barely scratched the surface, okay? Now I want you to understand something doing this. I've been doing this now for around 2 years. This summer will be 2 years for me. And over the last year and a half, I have not taken, with the exception of 3 times when I was so sick I couldn't move, I've not taken a day off in almost a year and a half. Do you hear that? Not one day off in a year and a half, because I got regular responsibilities. I got a regular job. And then I get up at 4:30 in the morning most of the time. This video is being filmed right now, very early in the morning. And I go to bed an hour after I get home from work. And so I'm doing that constantly. I spend my weekends doing this. It's a lot of work. Now, the good news about it is I actually do enjoy doing it. I like it. But how long am I going to keep a passion for it? And to be honest with you, it takes me away from doing a lot of stuff back there on my own, right? So that's the effort that I'm putting through into doing this. On top of all of that, you make next to no money off views. Unless you're a Rick Beato or somebody like that. I don't have Rick's knowledge and his skills, let's face it. The man's a walking freaking audio encyclopedia, both from a music theory standpoint as well as a music production standpoint. The guy's a freaking rock star, okay? But, you know, most of us mere mortals out there are not gonna have that. So, you know, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked at how little bit of money you make off the views. So ask yourself, would you make that kind of commitment for no additional money? Would you do it? Would you really do it? And if so, why aren't you doing it? Do you know what it's like having to put out 2 to 3 videos every single week for 2 years? Do you know you got to come up with content, you know? At some point, you got to start thinking, what am I going to talk about today? Okay? But, you know, and then you'd end up doing a silly video like this that is, quite frankly, quite informative and lets you get an idea on the inside what guys like me go through. Everybody out there like me goes through this. I'm not alone. I am not alone, okay? So far, the only sponsorships I've done so far are with Sweetwater mainly. It's with Sweetwater. And with that, they don't tell me what to do. They have never tried to tell me what to do. And I made it clear from day one, and they knew I'd made it clear from day one, that they would never be allowed to do that. And I don't believe they'd even try that, even if they wanted to. They have too much respect for guys like me that do this. So my relationship is really simple. I simply get a cut of whatever gear you buy through my affiliate links down below in the description. Yeah, I'm gonna do a plug right now. If you got something you want to buy, go down there below in the description, copy that link to Sweetwater, buy whatever you want, and I get an itty bitty percentage. And let me break it to you, that ain't a ton of money either, okay? Now, if every one of you go out and buy a $50,000 expense, and every single one, 30,000 of it, and I generate $10 million worth of sales, well, then sure, I'd make some money. But that ain't gonna happen. Okay, that ain't gonna happen, right? So it's little things like that. Some of you may say, well, Barry, I've seen you do what looks like infomercials. Look at that last one you did for SoftTube. And I will concede that does come across as an infomercial. I will concede that. And you would think that SoftTube paid me to make those videos. Well, they didn't. SoftTube didn't pay me. Now, full disclosure, what they did do is they gave me that MK3. They gave it to me, right? And that was smart business on their part, because ultimately, if they get it and they see it in the background, like you see monitors back there, all the gear and everything, vendors will oftentimes give you that gear to have it back there. It is what it is, okay? For those of you who want to criticize that, good luck living in your holier than thou world out there, because if I'm going to make this kind of commitment, because those of you who actually watch my videos and interact in a positive way know that I truly, genuinely appreciate you. I mean, you guys know how to make a guy feel really good about himself, for sure. Because the amount of encouragement that I get from this channel is off the charts. I don't know, maybe I'm just being selfish, I don't know. But it seems like I get a lot more love in the comment section than a lot of other YouTubers that I happen to go pay attention to and watch that I like watching. Colt Caparoon, I love watching his videos. Now, he gets a lot of positive comments too. But I love watching his videos. I think he does a great service for YouTube. I truly believe that. There are others, I just want to get into a back room and smack them around for about 20 minutes. I don't think they do such a great job, and I don't think they're truly being authentic. But regardless, I think, here's what I know you're going to get from me. After all that, I'm saying this to say that, okay? You can put me in the test. If you want to know what I'm going to be like going forward, just simply look at what I've done in the past. I've done all kinds of videos covering all kinds of subjects, okay? For those of you want to think that I'm bought and sold by blah, 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 well, I've had companies threaten to take me to court, Avid, okay? Well, they implied that in the very beginning when I went after Avid, okay? And I did some really serious rants towards Avid. I'd done a lot towards Universal Audio. But today, I've still got my same rants against certain parts of Universal Audio's decision-making for their interfaces. But that be it, it's not my company. It's not my place to decide. I'm just saying, hey, users out here kind of getting a little long in the tooth. But what they're doing with their native plugins, I've been 1,000% supportive of. So why did I come across as like an infomercial in that SoftTube video? Because I freaking love their products. Are you telling me you don't have brands or companies that you deal with that you're just passionate about them because they treat their customers right? They provide a good quality product for a reasonable price. I don't care whether it's audio. I don't care whether it's your favorite auto manufacturer. I don't care what it is. We all have these things. We all love talking about the things that we like, that we enjoy. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I love that freaking MK3 back there. I love universal audio plugins, and I love Fab Filter plugins. If you want to call that a sellout, I'm going to tell you go shove it as far as I'm concerned, because I'm just a fanboy. I'm just a fanboy. I hate saying that word. It makes me sound stupid, especially at 60 years old, but that's what I am, okay? So let's call it what it is, all right? So hopefully you get the gist of this, okay? I don't need nor want to make a ton of money doing this. But if I'm going to make the sacrifices that I make to truly, genuinely in my heart, and it has always come from that place, to share as much knowledge as I have. There are subjects I don't go into because I don't feel like I can speak about them with an area of confidence. So when I choose to make a video, it's only regarding a subject I feel confident about. Does that mean I'm always right? Of course not. Why? Because I'm a fallible human being who makes mistakes, who may be unaware of certain things out there, options, choices, all these things. There's a lot to experience in this world. All I can do is talk about what I've had experiences with, just like you would do the same with the things that you're passionate about, okay? That's really all this is. And this truly has been and will continue to be a relationship. There have been multiple times I've considered walking away from all of this because of you nasty little trolls out there. You can be so evil. but I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because of all the love that I've been shown so far. And as long as that continues, I'll continue. Because I'm not going to lie. I've got a very good regular job. I don't need the money that I make from YouTube. However, I am a businessman. And if I'm going to do something, I expect a reasonable return on my investment of time and money. And it really is as simple as that. For those of you who want to be critical of that, if you think you can do it better and do it differently, simply just do it and then show us all how you accomplished it. And if you can do that, if you can truly do that, then I'll follow your advice. But until you can, shut the hell up. Bye-bye.